Oh, yes. Here we are back on the Debrief. It's Dave O'Neill, and who else to mark the return of the Debrief than there could be anyone else but Brad Oakes.
Hello. Here I am.
Here we are. And where are we off to, Brad?
We're off to the East Ivanhoe Bowls Club for a roll of the arm, I suppose.
Yeah, and apparently it sold a lot of tickets, according to Greg Fiddler, the promoter, comic.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Well,
because we did a gig for him on Friday night in
Research,
which was in the middle of nowhere in the Slovenian club.
Yeah.
And that was great, which we've done before.
Yeah.
But we're going to do this one, which we've never done before. They've had people do it though, and apparently it goes off. So and for people just tuning in, going, "Oh, it's Dave and Brad again." I'm also going to chat to Alessio Carducci very soon, who's doing a spot at the gig. Not that people don't love us because we're regular. It's like Cheers. You're like Norm.
Yeah.
I'm the guy running the bar. Is that Ted Danson? I'm Ted Danson.
Yeah, I wanted to be Woody.
I think Billy Stiles is Woody, isn't he?
No,
I'm
Who's I want to be Woody Harrelson, though.
Oh.
He's one of the coolest actors of all time.
You want to be the coach? Wasn't there a grumpy guy?
Yeah,
the coach.
No, you're Ted Danson, mate.
I'm Ted Danson.
You're slightly Asian, still a bit handsome.
Oh, yeah, he was a baseball player in that. Have you ever watched the pilot of Cheers?
I think I have.
It's on YouTube. It's fantastic. The way they set up the show.
Yeah.
Shelley Long comes in with Shelley Long, isn't it?
Yeah.
With her fiance, and they're going to Paris, and they're running off, and he's still got his wife, but this is a new girlfriend, and he goes, "I'll be back soon." And of course he never comes back, and she's just left in the bar, and she's like a natural barkeeper, and so Ted asks her to stay. Perfect
foil for the womanizing Ted.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's really good.
I just want to dial it back a little bit, if you don't mind, when you mentioned the Slovenian club in Research. All right, now, for people who don't know, if you want to really grab your atlas.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was.
Research is kind of like, well, as I said on stage the other night, I think it's the suburb they designed for the witness relocation program because, A, you hear it, you don't believe it's a suburb.
Research?
Yeah. B, it's not really a suburb, is it? It's kind of like it's just like a large block of land with lots of houses.
And also, then you hear the Slovenian club, and you go, well, that's obviously a made-up country, like where Borat's from or somewhere. Well, no, it's near Russia, Slovenia.
Yeah, well, the Lithuanian club is in North Melbourne, near the Comics Lounge, right?
Where they film Fisk. That's where they film Fisk.
And the Slovenian club is 30 kilometres away in an upper hill.
In the middle of nowhere. But I looked up the Slovenian club, and there's several of them in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I thought I'll just put in my GPS, and it's like, there was another one somewhere.
Was it a schism, do you think? I
don't know.
Do you reckon it might be where the Slovenian club...
Like a Yugoslavia type situation where the Croats, Serbs... and
where the Slovenian club.
Yeah, where? No.
Yeah.
We're the superior one.
Wow.
There weren't any Slovenians there. I think the first time we did it, there were Slovenians actually working behind the bar.
Yeah, because some guy was giving us Slovenian alcohol.
Yeah, but not this time.
Yeah, which there's Slovenian beer, and it's not the only Slovenian beer, but the one I had, and he was like, "What do you think?" And I said, "Oh, it's great." And I was telling a little bit of a lie there because
it wasn't great.
It tasted like beer with earwax in it,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I might have a beer tonight. I'm hoping they have beer on tap.
Oh, you like a tap beer?
I much prefer to CUB.
Okay.
Just Carlton.
CUB. See, I'm a big cold Vic.
You need a big bold Vic.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Matter of fact,
you can get it mowing a lawn. They were great ads.
They were great ads. Do you know the very interesting thing about that was John Mellion?
Yeah, doing the voice.
And they got permission after he died.
Oh,
they got permission to cut up his voice so that he could do VB ad voiceovers from beyond the grave.
Incredible.
I know. Well, people say you work hard. Really?
Yeah. Well, what if they'll be doing that when I kick the bugger for Ladbrokes? We've got enough there. We're going to Ladbroke it. Get one of my kids to do it.
Yeah. Well, what's that other VO you do?
On the mattress.
No, you were great. No, I can't remember.
Do you reckon it's here? It's really close. Is this East Ivanhoe? I don't think it is East Ivanhoe.
This wouldn't be East Ivanhoe. This is, it's not East, is it?
No,
this is South.
That's South Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe!
Ivanhoe!
It's from the movie.
Was that written by Walter Scott?
Oh, it's a movie, isn't it?
Well, it was a book originally. I read
it was a book.
Read it as a child.
Okay, hang on. I'll just there's the great La Porchetta in the old Pizza Hut.
Well,
all the great places of
Yep,
we've got to go further.
Rathdown Street, La Porchetta is
closed down.
Yeah. I know.
I'd apologise to them on Nova when I insinuated something about their business having connections to certain families. They made me apologise.
Wow. Oh, no.
I said, but they have some connections to the criminal world?
There was a shooting there.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. He was getting handsy with one of the waitresses. And so the boyfriend of the waitress came in with a gun, and the guy shot him, I think. Said it was self-defense. So maybe it was.
So the guy came in with a gun and got shot with his own gun? Or?
I don't know how it worked, but you can Google it because I remember Googling it.
That must be so annoying, getting shot with your own gun.
Yeah.
You know, really, it's just, I mean, I am.
Oh, maybe he had his own gun.
I remember when I took a girl out on a date and a certain comedian went home with her, and I was a bit like that.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's a bit like getting shot with your own gun.
We're going past Ivanhoe Grammar. I went on teaching rounds in 1985.
Oh, my God.
It was miserable.
Is that where you were convinced not to be a teacher?
Yes,
yeah.
And private schools are bad. That's where I got the whole connection.
Oh.
Fairy Fields Ice Cream on the left over there. Great ice cream shop. I'm giving you the whole tour of Ivanhoe.
Oh, I was listening to your podcast with Glenn today.
Yeah.
And what were you talking about? You were talking about going somewhere. What was it? Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. It was the surf place.
Oh, yeah, near the airport.
Yeah. And, Glenn's Glenn's talking about surfing and you can do this, you can do that. And you go, I heard there's a really great cafe there.
Dude, I heard that.
It's just.
I heard that.
I mean, really, you should be doing a vlog. Is this it?
This is it. This is it, mate.
Well, we've hardly said anything.
We hadn't said anything. Don't worry. We'll have time at the end to talk.
Go around the block.
Oh, wow. Look. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of people here.
Well, they could be out there
there's
training.
A food truck.
There's people playing footy.
Female football players. They're very progressive here in Ivanhoe.
Yeah, Ivanhoe! Sorry.
Ivanhoe is one of the widest places you ever go to. It's hilarious. It's like Brighton or somewhere, but there's no beach.
Brighton, yeah.
It's just, why don't we go over there near the Ute? What do you reckon?
Yeah, people are hydrophobic.
I bloody love Ivanhoe. Oh, there's blokes having beers out there on the green. Gee, it's beautiful around here. We should move here. Yeah, the girls' football team.
Yeah.
That's in the car looking too long. It looks a bit creepy.
Is your daughter still playing footy, or is that?
No, my daughter's not playing anymore. No, she's doing year 12 and,
okay.
Stuff. But no, it was fun. I liked it when she played because we hung out with all the parents. It was great.
Yeah, and you got to eat the snakes. I know.
Yeah, I know, the lolly snakes.
You ever want to hear more about that? Just come along and see Dave talks about that.
Well, Brad, let's go and do this gig and we'll come back on. I'm going to get Alessio on and then we'll finish it up at the end and then that should make up enough time for this podcast.
Are we on with it? Is it just the three of us or is there someone else?
No, that's it. Oh, no. Katie Wainhouse is on as well tonight.
Oh, that's right.
So that's great too. What a lineup. What a good lineup.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, we will return. Keep listening.
Ciao.
Look, we're back on the debrief, and I'm joined by... You've never been on debrief before, Alessio Carducci. Is it how you say your name?
Nah, that wasn't it at all, but don't worry about it. I don't know where the extra O came from at the end, but yeah. Alessio Carducci.
Yes, and you're here at the East Ivanhoe Bowls Club with me and Oaksy.
You got a crazy vetting process for the guests on this, don't you?
No, not at all.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Have you heard? Like, Oaksy's been on about 18 times. Billy's been on it at least 5. So
there you go,
there's anyone who I'm doing a gig with, and I think is interesting, and you're kind of interesting. I want to talk to you.
All right,
why not?
Easy, yeah.
So how long have you been doing comedy, Alessio?
Probably like 7 years.
Yeah, right. What did you do before that?
I was 22.
So were you? Yeah. So you were at uni?
Yeah.
What were you doing at uni?
Look, I was doing an arts degree, and then basically what happened
I
was
did arts.
what happened was so it was like
where at
Melbourne.
Yeah, right.
But then, like,
How did you fit into Melbourne Uni? Because you don't look or sound very Melbourne Uni. I went to Melbourne Uni for 1 year too.
I didn't finish.
Yeah, but how did you find it when you went
I
there?
found it pretty, like, yeah, it was pretty isolating. Because you're in there and you're like, you fuck around a bit and then it's like, this is like a different, okay. And then if someone's from, like...
Because you're from Reservoir.
Yeah. But if you're
Reservoir?
someone's... Yeah, but
Reservoir.
it's like... Reservoir.
Which, for people that don't know, it's the next suburb from Preston, and it has a reputation for being a bit rough.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Reservoir. Well, especially 10 years ago. Well, the Crims used to live in Reservoir.
Yeah. I remember I was doing this gig. Remember that gig, Big Mouth? Did you ever do that one?
Yeah.
And the guy that runs that, I remember once he came up to me and goes, "Where do you live?" I'm like, Reservoir. He goes, "I went to Reservoir 20 years ago to buy heroin with my mate. He died that day, and I've never been back since." I'm like, all right, what are you going to tell you?
Yeah, whatever. Well, I've got nothing to do with me. So you went to school in Reservoir. You went to Parade, didn't you?
Yeah, I went Parade. So I
that.
didn't go out and...
That's a Catholic. That's a big Catholic school. That's where... Who else went there? Hang on. Hellier?
Yeah.
Nate Valvo. Nate Valvo.
He wasn't on the wall.
Oh, are you on the wall?
No, I'm not on the wall. I'm just saying that they got all the footy players up on the wall, and then Peter Hallier's on there as well.
Good footy players went to Parade. Anyway, so you went to Melbourne Uni, and that would have been... Because I went to Mitcham High, so I was out the other way. But similar in that not many people from my high school went to Melbourne Uni. Like maybe one or two.
Yeah, I hid my ATAR from my mates and my family.
Oh, so you're quite smart.
Yeah, but I thought they were going to judge me.
Well, what I found at Melbourne Uni is that everyone went to the same 5 schools. So they seem to have gone about the same 5 or 6 schools.
Yeah, and a lot of people still wearing like the school merch.
Yes.
And you got like the people that it's like one of those people got those schools where they go to them and then they wear that merch forever. They really wear those rugby shirts forever.
Yeah, I know that, but that's because that's their network. And when they become commercial real estate agents or stockbrokers or whatever, merchant bankers, they tap into that network.
Yeah,
that's why they go to those schools.
Yeah, because like what Parade was like a Catholic private school, and people are like it's private school. I'm like, yeah, but what's the connections of it? I'll tell you how to get a plumber. Yeah, but that guy will still rip you off. But like, you know, like,
Parade is not posh.
Yeah, it's just like people whose dad had a job.
Yeah, there's posh Catholic schools, and that's not one of them. I've done gigs at Parade, just at the footy club or something, and it's not posh.
Mate, Bundoora.
Bundoора's the end of the line, end of the tram line it used to be.
Yeah.
Not anymore, they've extended the tram
Yeah, and if
line.
you see where Billy lives, you'll be like, oh, it really is the end of the line.
Yeah, I've been to Billy Styles' house, don't worry. It's not... Anyway, so you were at uni and you dropped out to do comedy.
Nah, so what happened was I was at uni, and I was doing comedy, like, I was doing it pretty regularly, but it was like, because I was starting out, and the only gigs I knew of were gigs where it was like, it felt like a special school, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
When you walk in, you go like, it's not even like a regular open mic. You just go like, oh, this is really deranged. Like there was
there's a lot of mentally unwell people in that scene.
Yeah, but it was like there was that one that was near the Commission Flats. That was the only one I knew of, and I was doing.
What suburb was that?
It was in Richmond.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
not Station 59.
Yeah,
yes.
And then every time I did that lineup, I just thought like, all these people are crazy. And I just felt like, this can't be what it is. And then I'd try it out for a couple of weeks, and then I'd be like, I don't want to do this. It feels sad. And then, like...
You should have got... But had you never been to a comedy night in a proper kind of comedy room, or...?
I'd only been to whatever... I saw you once at... whatever basement was.
Yeah.
Remember when it was the Thursday, it was upstairs at some joint, Hardware Lane?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that one was, I saw that.
Yeah, well, that's a proper kind of comedy night.
Yeah, so I only knew of, like, that's a real show, and then there's...
The open mic scene.
Yeah, like, this is really... because there's, like, 2 different types of open mic scenes. There's, like, open mic scene where it's like, okay, everybody here is out of their mind. This is, like, a mental asylum. And then there's just, like, everyone here is a graphic designer.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone here is, like, an inner north artist.
Hipster. They're hipsters. Yeah, right. Yeah. And then there's the ones that just, So where do you fit in, though, with all these people?
In comedy?
Yeah. Which scene do you belong to, then?
Whatever the... in terms of those two, I'm floating between both.
You would.
Yeah.
You would, because you have a bit of a little bit like Billy, you have a bit of a blue-collar sort of approach, where you're kind of relatable. Like, I would never guess that you went to Melbourne Uni. There's no way.
Yep.
I wouldn't have guessed
that. I didn't tell anybody. I was going and I wasn't telling anybody.
You should mention that on stage. It's quite funny that you went there.
Yeah, I don't know how to really do it, because I thought the funny bit was that was like, I was going, and I didn't tell anybody. So then, like, I was just telling people, I'm like, I'm just doing nothing.
But just the fact that you didn't tell anybody is really funny. That is quite funny because you didn't want to be judged by your mates. That, oh, you're a snob. and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I had close mates knew.
But not your wider group.
Nah, yeah. My mum's family, I didn't tell them. None of them knew at all.
But they would have been impressed, wouldn't they?
I don't know. I was just insecure about it. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I know what you mean.
nah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And what about when you got off of the train station? And I used to get off the train station and Mitchum and all the thugs would be hanging around. They're like, oh, you been to fucking uni, you poof and all this, and push you around.
Yeah.
They used to bash us because we were going to tertiary education. Ooh, they're good Catholic boys, actually. Anyway. There you go. And so comedy's been going well, though. You've got a good style now. It's funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good jokes.
Mm.
Good style. A bit disarming, actually. Like tonight, they were. I mean, I haven't got on yet, but Oaksy's been on. You've been on. Katie Wainhouse is on at this moment, but they're a bit kind of you said reserve this crowd.
Yeah, they just took time to open up. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was one of those ones where it was like, doesn't really feel like it's anything. It's just like, over time. But then you get off and you're thinking like, I probably could have got you in the first 3 minutes anyway. Just somehow I dropped it.
Yeah.
Something picked that up. I don't even know what really picked that up.
Yeah, you got them. Don't worry. You definitely got them.
Mm.
And so, why did you get into comedy though? What? I'm always intrigued why people get into it.
Oh, so you know Dan Rosario? Like,
Yes.
yeah. So me and Dan Rosario have been friends since we were 15, and then
Really?
he did he did a gig, and then I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. And then that's it.
Is he Reservoir as well, or?
Nah, he's Whittlesea.
Oh, he's further out.
Yeah, but it's because Parade would be the big catchment of the northern suburbs.
Oh, is he from Parade too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
There's something in the water at Parade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no comics come out of Mitcham High apart from me that I'm aware of. Had a few musicians and a few footballers, but that's it. Oh, so you thought, but you're always pretty funny anyway, were you? Like you always pretty funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
The little funny guy, that's it.
And how have you found the comedy scene? Because you're starting to do like those paid gigs like tonight.
Yeah. But it's even like the same thing. It's like the same thing as like, I'm saying, like you got the deranged people and you got the other. I think I've done a paid gig every night since Thursday.
Yeah.
And half of them have been like, this is insane. I went out to Bendigo and it's like some guy running the gig was like insane. He's like, it's too much to get into, but put it like this, like.
How many people were there? That's always a good measure. In the audience.
6.
Yeah.
And he gave out gift bags worth like $150.
To the comics?
No.
To the people?
To the people. If you watch the show, every 30 minutes he gave out he did a raffle. So there were people watching the football, and then they go like, oh, that's my number. They walked in, grabbed the raffle bag.
Walked out.
But the bags had like 6-month Netflix vouchers in them and shit. It was insane.
Well, that guy must have lost a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. And he paid all the comics.
Wow.
Got an Airbnb. I think he got banned from the Airbnb at the end.
Why?
Because fucking,
Didn't pay.
among other things, he let a wasp nest in the house.
He let a wasp nest.
Like he's done, because he bought all those, like, he bought all this grog. He bought all this grog. He bought all this miscellaneous drugs.
So this would have been all. He's obviously been building up to this night. Has he done a comedy night? Run a comedy night
This
before?
was the 5th one at the same venue.
Wow. And has it always gone badly, or?
Apparently, this one was on a bad one. But then
Is he an old guy, or?
Nah, he's a new guy because it was like 5 guys. It was like, no, I think there was like, so it was 11 people in the lineup, and then all of them basically have been doing comedy for like 3 years max.
Right.
And then everyone's going like, this is the big time. This is a big gig. Oh, this is I'm like, this is fucking. It's not a good gig. What are we talking about?
No, it's not a good gig.
And he bought all those like liqueur shots. Those like Dude, the guy gave everyone such a ride. It was like, because people are there going like, oh, have you ever been treated this good on a fucking road gig before? And I go,
no.
Mate, like, nah.
Never.
Nah.
Is he gone broke, this guy now, or?
I don't know how much I'm meant to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, is he okay. Is he from Bendigo? Is he from the...
Nah.
He's not from Bendigo.
He's from the West, but...
Oh, God.
But he's got like... Nah, it was a great gig. I've got to say that. I had the fun. It was so
had a good
fun.
gig.
I did well. Nah, it was fun. It was fun. It was really good. I had a good time there. One of the best nights
I don't
I've ever
think
had
he'll
in comedy.
hear this. I don't know if he'll be listening.
Nah, there's just a chance. You never know in comedy.
Yeah, you never know.
No, in comedy. Someone says one thing, it gets clipped, it gets shared to everybody.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you're banned from one gig.
No, I think I want to do this gig. I want to experience it myself.
Oh, you should go down.
Why only 6 people turn up? Not promoted properly, or just not?
I don't know.
It's a Thursday night or something?
It's the first of his gigs that I've ever done.
Yeah.
He's got this promotions company called Laughs in the Ghetto.
Okay. I get it. All right. Well, good luck to him.
He's taking comedy to places where they need a laugh.
He's creating employment and buying gift bags.
Yep.
He's doing all right.
Yeah.
And so, what's the dream in comedy? What do you want to do, Alessio? Like,
Oh, mate, I reckon the goal is,
Mhm.
like, I'm thinking 180K a year
Yeah.
for 10 years. That's it.
Oh, okay, right.
Yep.
Oh, you can achieve that.
That's the main goal. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
To get that's above. That's like
Just
double,
to get above average. Yeah, like about
double the average
double the average income for 10
yeah.
years.
And you're going to London soon. You were telling me. Before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in August.
Oh wow. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Have you been overseas before?
Nah, I spent my whole 20s just doing this, so I haven't done anything. And this doesn't pay well at the start, especially.
No,
Yeah.
of course- no, not when you start out.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have a ball.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward
A
to
lot
it.
of gigs in London.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do when you're young.
Yeah.
No point when you're 40 or something. If you're married with kids, like, oh, I'm just going to go to London. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to do it while I still had the opportunity and still wanted to do like a lot of gigs.
Yeah. And so you just want to become sort of a touring comic. You'd have to earn 180K. You'd have to have some kind of not really level of fame. I was going to say, but not really.
Yeah, what can you do? You can have if you just have like a really good fest every year, you can make 80. That's like
It's true. You could.
Yeah,
You could.
That's a goal.
Perth. Go to Perth, Adelaide.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do I'll just do one show there.
Just do the theatres.
Just
mate.
do the theatres. I'm just
Well,
doing
you
the theatres in Perth. But in Melbourne, I'm staying humble.
You never know, mate. You could blow up. You could easily blow up.
Mate, you never know in this game.
You-
You know, people upload bullshit all the time. Next thing you know,
Oh.
they're famous.
Do you put a lot of stuff online? Or?
Nah, but you never know.
But you're a young person. I always say I'm too old. I put clips up that someone else cuts up, but I'm just like, I don't know. But then you know, guys go, I got 1 million hits.
Yeah.
Like working with someone like David Rose,
Yeah.
who hasn't not appeared on this podcast, but he will one day. But he runs gigs and he's a comic. He goes, I got 1 million hits. And as Billy Starr said to him, well, why isn't this place sold out? Why aren't we full? Because it doesn't always work. You might get the hits, but it may not translate. Some of those hits might be in Alaska or somewhere. So
Yeah, you never know. But then what? Like if you're doing stuff that's like in Australia, no. I guess you've localized it. I don't know.
But did you know any of those? Do you know any of those YouTube guys? Because there's a whole different raft of those guys out there.
Yeah.
That tour and do their own shows. Did you know any of those guys when you started? Did Luke Kidgewell start with you or any of those
Nah,
guys?
Luke Kidgewell would have been like I think he's
before you?
3 years before me.
Yeah, right.
So, but nah,
'Cause I remember when he started.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, and then now all of a sudden he's doing theatres.
Like, he's doing theatres in bumfuck nowhere.
I know.
He did an arena in Townsville.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good comic, but just the fact that he's done that via the internet is amazing.
Yeah, he's got his clips. Because his things are like, they always hit. They
Yeah.
always hit a lot. I don't know. He's got a fan base.
Yeah,
That's the way you look at it. Not a lot of hits. It's just how many fans have you got?
Yeah, but he started somewhere, though. That's the thing. How did he get to that point? And it's often, if there was some kind of formula to it, people would have tried it. Probably have tried it.
Mm.
But obviously it's just sort of luck as well and
Oh, yeah.
ability.
He's just been trying to build that brand for ages.
Yeah.
And then it started to come together for him. Yeah.
Well, we've got to, build the Alessio. I'll get your name right eventually.
Yep.
Carducci brand.
There we go. All right. You got the first half, but the second half.
You ever done the bit? I like when I first saw you did a routine about how your uncle pretends to listen to the ABC. Remember you used to do a bit about that?
Yeah.
I love that bit.
Or like he listens to it, but you kind of think like, he's not.
He's only doing it to impress people. Is that what you
Yeah,
say?
it's like he's doing it. No, but it's just him and my dad in the space. It's just they work in a factory together. That's it.
And he insists on listening
He
to the
insists
ABC.
on listening to the ABC. And the thing is, it's just stupid. He's listening to it, but it's more like he's doing it to be like, what, you want to listen to 3AW? What's wrong with you?
ABC, it's more intellectual.
Yeah,
And it
he says that. He goes like, that's right. He says stuff to my dad sometimes like, on the ABC, we don't talk about stuff like that. We don't discuss drivel like that.
and he's working in a factory. I love it.
And he'll come in with like, his hot take on the Barbie movie or something.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what they've been
Still on
discussing.
the
all
ABC.
day. Yeah. Just some broad stroke of like an arts degree piss take. And they're like, this is my thought on these. Like, why are we talking about that?
Oh.
We should be talking about whatever the fuck some footballer did in Bali.
Did he know that you went to Melbourne Uni? If he was listening to the ABC, he'd be impressed by that. Melbourne Uni goes hand in hand with the ABC. Let me tell you.
Yep. Yeah. He knew.
And he was impressed?
My
My nephew, he's at Melbourne University. I probably heard him on Talkback one day.
No, he called.
What's his name?
Oh, Ange Carducci.
Ange. We've got Ange on the line from Reservoir. Ange, what do you want to say? My nephew's going to Melbourne Uni. And,
Nah, he calls up 3AW when he tries to change their opinions.
oh, does he call up 3AW?
Yeah, he fights what's his face a couple of times. What's
Neil Mitchell?
Nah, the one that
Tom
took over-
Elliott.
Yeah.
Has he?
And Neil Mitchell called up that a couple
But
of times.
is he like a lefty or?
I don't know.
So what's he got strong opinions about?
Whatever.
Anything.
The
The Barbie movie.
Whatever. Like he's just coming. I don't know, but whatever. It's like changes.
Yeah, right.
Changes. I don't know. It's kind of like
He's-
everything. Like electric cars going to the top.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's passionate enough to ring up, though.
Yep. So the thing
Good
is,
on Ange.
yep. There you go.
Maybe that's where you got some of your kind of opinionated. Like, is your dad funny? Does he speak up? Or
I reckon he's pretty funny.
but he runs a factory.
They both. They own it together.
What do they make in this factory?
Plastics. We're taking down the ocean one week at a time.
I bet you've been, you've been working in there occasionally.
Yeah, they got the what do you call it? They it's just like protective packets and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
how
like,
many people do they employ in this factory?
It's just them.
Just two. The two of them.
There's just two of them. It's going all day.
Hey, I got news for them. It's not a factory. That's a workshop, boys. Maybe a sheltered one, by the sounds of it. So just them two in the factory. They've never employed anyone else.
No, they have.
When business gets a bit hectic, they employ someone else. They do that classic thing.
If it wasn't for Officeworks, they'd be a lot bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Officeworks have taken their work.
No, it's just in general that big. There was the boom. There's the factory boom, and then there's China plus Officeworks, and then all the manufacturing kind of went downslope.
Yeah, so they're actually manufacturing stuff in Australia.
Yeah.
Where's the? Hang on, factory Thomastown. Where is it?
Canberra Field.
Oh, yeah, another classic where the
Yep.
Ford factory used to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
When the Kmart's 24 hours.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. How often have you worked there?
Have I worked it? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked there for 5 years.
And that's
I got sacked because I tried to make it. They're talking about TikTok thing. I got sacked because I made a TikTok about I went into the staff bathroom and clearly kids had gone into the staff bathroom and then they fucking rubbed shit on the walls.
Ugh.
So I made a TikTok about it and then the boss called me and was like, "You can't put that up online." I was done.
But that's your boss is your dad, isn't it?
No,
This is different factory. Different factory.
Oh no, I was working at Kmart.
Oh, you worked at Kmart.
Yeah, I was working at Kmart.
So I thought you were working with your dad. Have you ever
No.
worked with your dad and uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I was in between Kmart.
God. What a life you've had. I love the fact that
incredible.
your dad and uncle have a factory with two people in it.
Yep.
Makes me laugh.
Yep.
Anyway.
My old man, he got me to he made me do work experience at the Kmart.
Oh, yeah.
Because he went, if you do work experience at the Kmart, then you'll know what a shit job is, and then you'll do everything you can in life to avoid having a
So
shit job.
true.
I worked at that Kmart for 7 years.
7 years.
And then I got sacked. That's the only reason I left.
for doing your TikTok. That's so funny. Yeah, mate, any work, I tell you what, working in a factory will also put you off working in that's a hard job, working in factories.
Oh, that's not that bad. I think Kmart's worse.
Kmart was work. Yeah, retail's hard.
I reckon like jobs like retail or Coles or like a real business like that, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because there's actually someone there who's keeping on top of you.
Yeah, true.
Whereas when you're working for like a random company, people are taking the piss half the day.
Yeah, true.
You work in an office space, well, what's anyone doing?
Yeah, I know. I worked in offices and it was easy. It was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. But I've also worked in supermarkets where they really ride you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I work in an office
worst.
now. I'm watching all my shows.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you work in an office part-time?
Nah, full time.
But where do you work?
City.
Yeah, right. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Got a job
well.
in office this year. It was like my big evolution.
Well, you went to Melbourne Uni, mate. Come
Yeah,
on.
I know. I didn't finish, but
I know. It's always time. Anyway, good luck in London, Alessio. Good to speak to you.
thank you, Dave.
And you're off to do a few more gigs.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, stay tuned, everyone. Brad Oakes is coming on. And go and see Alessio. He's doing a show in the comedy festival called...
You think you're better than me? It's the underdog story where the dog gets put down.
in the same space where Billy Stiles is. So,
I'm on After Billy.
yeah, so that's... Where's the venue? What's it called?
Dove Club.
Oh, there you go. That'll be a great night. Go and see Alessio. Go see Billy.
Right bang in the city.
Have a look. All right. We will return. Here we are. We're back in the car. Gee, that is a big truck just drove past.
Along the boulevard.
Brad Oakes.
Yes.
I've spoken to Alessio, and Brad has joined us to wrap it up.
Yeah, well, amazing.
East Ivanhoe.
Yeah, well, just dripping with money, isn't it?
Oh, there's like, for people that don't know, Ivanhoe's a rich area in Melbourne, and
This is
a
very...
lot of doctors. Well, the person I know there is, they were parents from the primary school who moved here because I don't live that far from here, and they're doctors. One of them's a doctor.
I know it's one of the few gigs that you wouldn't mind choking on something because you know.
Oh, you know, they're all there.
Somebody would do a tracheotomy with a pen.
How funny is that though? I said when I walked in, there was a guy who I sort of known from a gig, Trevor. And I said, I got shivers when I drove past Ivanhoe Grammar because I went on teaching rounds there and had a terrible time. He goes, I work there. But he was an electrician.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, yeah. Then.
They've got their own electrician, Bradford.
Yeah, well, my school had an electrician, and I did the, for the...
What, Campbell hired an electrician?
Yeah, well, he was the odd jobs man.
Oh, okay,
Don
right.
Harrop, right? And he was the odd jobs man, but he was a qualified electrician. Because when we did, because I did all the lighting and
on the stage plays,
stage stuff for all the shows that we did, you know, like the Mikado and HMS Pinafore and all of that.
I am the captain of the Pinafore.
Want to rent the there. And anyway, so I used to.
I dreamed a dream. No, what's that? Joseph and his amazing colour.
Yeah, but that's not Gilbert and Sullivan. How dare?
No.
Anyway.
Drew back the curtain. To see for certain. What about happy talking, happy talk?
Yeah. So anyway, if we could just get back to he used to patch all the lights in, and you can imagine what that was like back then in the 70s. He was a qualified sparky
electrician.
Yeah.
Anyway, the gig was great. Couldn't ask for a better crowd.
No, they were lovely, weren't they? They're delightful people. A bit of a we'll get to that. Everybody fired. It's not bad having somebody when you're the MC, when you have the promoter go out beforehand and just go, oh, by the way, this and this. Anyway, here's the
funny
MC.
Guy.
Yeah, it's just I've said this before. I think in my later years, as I wind down, I just should have somebody who precedes me into every room.
Yeah.
Just because
Brad's coming in a minute.
Brad's coming.
He's been doing comedy for a long time. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Please give him the respect due.
Yes. Try and look surprised but pleased.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Well, everybody should have that.
We should have that.
That's what unemployed people could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just...
True.
God, if Peter Dutton hears that, he'll just go...
Or failed comedians. A good job for them. They're like, God, I've introduced Brad Oakes all day.
Oh, no, I can imagine them just...
They'd be all bitter.
Yeah,
they get your name wrong.
Yeah.
Here he is, Brad Kanokis.
Yeah.
I don't know, some guy.
Or just taking way too long.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
It's not about you.
Now I have to go to the toilet.
You're introducing me, you clown. How funny was it, though? Because I was talking about all the medical people there, and I said, my skin specialist, Rosemary, lives around here, and they go, she's here. And she was there.
Wow. Yeah, of course. I think you've reached that stage now where you're that important that all your medical team
travel
follow
with
you.
me.
Yeah. It's a bit like you're on, like Kiss when they tour or something like that.
Yeah.
You have like a backup team.
The doctor.
Yeah, and they probably prescribe you whatever recreational drugs you want.
Yeah, I'm like a footy team. I have my own doctor. AFL teams have their doctors.
Yeah, and I have Google Doctor.
Yeah, but we don't want a doctor like Michael Jackson's doctor. Killed him basically.
Well, yeah, but he went out.
Drugs.
He probably, some say he might have done the right thing.
Well, maybe he did on purpose. Anyway, what a great gig.
Fabulous. Really, really nice. And that's two little forays into the northern suburbs. And,
been awesome.
Yeah. And so close to your house.
Oh, we're almost home. We're going past the Grandview, which do comedy there, and almost home.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, what went well tonight, Brad? What went well tonight?
Well,
it was funny when you said, "How long does it take to cook a crumpet?" And what did the person say?
They said longer than bread.
Yeah, and as you said, that's a real lawyer's answer.
It is. What a measured thing to say.
Longer than bread.
Longer than bread. Yeah, it's kind of like how big is a crumpet? Larger than a 20-cent piece.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, and I suppose that's it's a non-controversial suburb. But no, they were bang up for it. They were really nice. They're very happy. They weren't judgy, because there was, they got hit with some four different types of humour, didn't
true. What didn't go well?
I think they were struggling with the air conditioning.
Oh, yes.
You know how people
they
say
were blowing cold.
No, what they were doing was that one vent would blow hot, and one vent would blow cold. So it's your actual true split system.
Yes.
And so some people were sitting under a cold vent and shivering away. And they were rugged up. They were rugged up like winter.
Yeah, there was women wearing coats and stuff. Yeah.
And, I think some of them might have sent their chauffeurs home to get some more clothing. Go home and get my mink. And then other people were kind of, sitting underneath the heat, sweltering.
Right, and any organisational hazards get in the way? Well, that's one right there.
Yeah.
The heating.
Yeah.
But the setup was good. The stage was good.
Stage was good. A little bit springy.
Oh yeah, I reckon someone's just put that stage together. One of the handy blokes.
Yeah, I know, but it's just really it's just that slight bit of trepidation I have as to.
Oh yeah, well, me and you were both standing on it at the same time. I'm thinking,
I know. I was trying to get off before you got on it. No, like two trains on the same track.
Yes. And how can we do better next time?
Look, I thought it just went well enough.
You know what I'd love? I'd love not to eat and try some of that food they had there. They had that the Hot Coals catering, and you had chicken ribs and chips.
Oh mate, the chicken wings were just. Was that the Hot Coals?
So they're called Hot.
Did you see it? No, I thought we just went past their trailer. No, it wasn't.
Oh wow!
It had that big.
They're following us. Offload their ribs and chips.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, well, that's what you could do. But no, I thought he puts together a good gig, that guy.
Yes, Greg Fiddler, the great man.
Was it Laugh Track?
Laugh Track Comedy.
Laugh Track Comedy, and your listeners may want to get on the socials.
Get on the socials, Brad. Thanks for coming on the podcast again.
It's a pleasure, Dave.
And we're home.
One of the shortest ever.
I know.
Oh,
it's so funny.
Go around the block.
All right,
so we can say goodbye. All right.
See ya.
A pleasure. Bye-bye.